Welcome to Lingua Latina Tutorials with Mr. K. This is chapter 34, lesson 3. Follow along as I read aloud. Hi versus magnum risum movent, tum vero Cornelius, bene quidem inquit, et jocosse scripsit Catullus, nec tamen versus eius comparandi sunt cum epigrammatis sale plenis quae martiales in inimico scripsit. Semper libros martiales mecum in sinu fero. Ab omnibus rogatus ut epigrammata recitet, Cornelius libellum evolvit et incipiam inquit a versibus quos poeta de suis libellis scripsit. Laudat amat cantat nostros mea Roma libellos, meque sinus omnes me manus omnis habet, ecce rubet quidam palet stupet oscitat odit, hoc volo nunc nobis carmina nostra placent. Stop here and read through all of lesson 3 aloud in Latin, and we'll come back and translate. Okay, so these verses, hi versus, these lines of poetry move a great amount of laughter, or motivate or excite great laughter. But then Cornelius says, indeed, Catullus has written well, and in a pleasant way, in a funny way. But his verses cannot be compared with the epigrams full of cleverness or salt, pleni sale, which Martial wrote against his enemies. I always carry the books of Martial with me in my pocket. A sinus here we see is the little fold of the toga. We'll call it a pocket here. It's in the front of the toga. Ab omnibus rogatus, so asked by everyone to recite the epigrams. Cornelius pulled out or unrolled his little book and said, Incipiam, I will begin from the verses which the poet wrote about his own little books. And the subject here is at the end. Remember, we're in poetry, so the order is going to be very mixed up. My Rome, mea Roma, my Rome praises, loves, sings about my little books. And all of the pockets hold me, me standing in place of the poetry. All pockets hold me. Every hand has me. Look, a certain guy rubets, he blushes, he grows red. Another one grows pale. A certain one is shocked. One yawns. One hates. I want this, or I want this thing. What does he want? That my poems please me right now. He just wants to be pleased by his poems in the present. He just wants to enjoy them. And here we see the poetic plural of nobis and carmina nostra. Our poems please us. This is quite frequent in poetry. You get the poetic plural where you would expect a singular, and you can translate it as a singular. Oscitare, we see in the margin here, means to os aperire, to open your mouth. Ab dormiendi cupiditatem, because of the desire of sleeping. And here we have, I wanted to point out incipiam from incipere, incipio, incipere, simple future, right? Just a review that the future in the third and fourth conjugations ends in am, ace, et, amus, atus, ent, not bo, bis, bit, bimus, bitus, bunt. And here we have asked by everyone that he recite. Here we have a purpose clause, and so we have recitet from recitare, the present subjunctive. They recite the epigrams. Okay, read through this 3 times in Latin and go to the exercise.